Hey guys, so we're getting ready to put in our Marionberry bed, and I'm gonna turn the camera around for the next clip here and show you we're basically planting on bedrock. How can we do that? Well, we're gonna use the landscape contours and build a raised bed that takes advantage of the contours of the landscape and the existing infrastructure we have to let the Marionberries trail and run. So if you want to know how we plant and grow fruit and going to grow an orchard on top of bedrock, watch the rest of the video. All right, so this is going to be our Marionberry growing area. It's a southeast exposure, so it's going to get tons of sun, but basically from that post there down to this post here, I'm going to use this 2x10 and 2x12 to create a raised bed with the old fence as a backdrop. We're going to put burlap around the seams to keep the soil in place, and then a little Hugelkultur on the bottom, and just good soil. We're going to plant in there, and that means we're going to be able to use these posts to run wires to run our Marionberries on as they grow out. So that's today's project. I'll probably update you as we go along, and stay tuned. Okay, Marion bed in progress. There's going to be about 1.5 cubic yards of dirt in there. We are going to Hugelkultur it with some logs and some burlap in the bottom and some rocks, of course, to fill in the gaps. But that's going to let us really build out a nice big bed of Marionberries over the next couple of years. So pretty excited about it. Really important tool for planting on bedrock. Get yourself a good hammer drill. All right. The new Marionberry bed is in and built. Smile, Vanessa. And we're ready to start putting soil in it now. We've got it set up kind of like a Hugelkultur. We've got a bunch of old rotting wood from the pasture here in the bottom that's full of mycelium network already. It'll absorb and hold moisture and add tons of slow release nutrients to the roots of the Marionberry over time. And then we just use some burlap bags from a wonderful local coffee shop that is a roaster. If you're in Victoria, you should really check out Mile Zero Coffee. It's amazing. And he graciously donates all kinds of leftover product from his coffee operation to our little farm operation here. So next step is going to be to put some soil in here and some compost and then plants. Stay tuned. Okay, filling phase. We did the Hugelkulturs. And we had some composting in place, leftover straw and hay and goat manure that we put in on top of the Hugelkultur to take up some space, add some long-term nutrition. And now, unfortunately, because, well, this is a goat landscape, we are hand carrying 5-gallon pails full of dirt down the slope. Stay tuned for the end. Well, there's our Marionberry bed filled and planted out with the Marionberries that we have. We're not going to mulch this until after we lay out the vines. We're going to do some tip division and tip layering so that we can get some more plants out of these bad boys before next year. But it took almost exactly a yard of soil after we added all the Hugelkultur and manure that we had on hand. So definitely took a bit of dirt to get this done, but it is part of our farm design and our orchard design is to do this. So we want to make sure there's lots of room for these guys to spread and grow and get super thick so they can get a really heavy crop next year and the year after, hopefully. So thanks for coming along, guys. We're going to give this a nice white paint here. Supposed to have some rain tomorrow, but after the rain, we're going to paint this up all nice and white, so it's all nice one color. And there's the method that we brought this soil in here. I don't know if you can see up there, there's Vanessa with some other stuff going on, and that's where we had to carry it from. It was down there, and around and 5-gallon pails in, because there is just no way on this terrain to get a machine or even a wheelbarrow to roll dirt around. It is 5-gallon pails and carrying. So it just is what it is, but it's going to be quite a transformation when we're all done. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to hit the bell. Appreciate y'all, and subscribe, like, all that kind of good stuff, and stay tuned for the transformation.
So our Marionberry patch is well on its way, which we were so super thrilled about. One thing we're going to do is Marionberries have this wonderful adaptation where they do something that if their branches hit the ground, they'll actually start to root, thus creating that big beautiful bush like you see in blackberries and such. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some tip rooting, and so it's like so super simple. There's such a versatile little plant. I've dug a hole here just so I can get down through my mulch into the dirt. I'm just going to put the tip of that root or tip of that branch in there. I'm going to peg it down with a handy dandy little peg that I made from another branch. Peg it down, cover it over with dirt again, and you know what's going to happen is that end is going to develop roots, and it's going to make these 2 plants that we have with the Marionberries, it's actually going to cover this whole big bed that we have. So it's such an adaptable plant, and we were so excited to be able to have Marionberries included in our little farm. So our Marionberries are all tip rooted. You can see all those branches and shoots that were springing off of the main plant have been lovingly tucked into the ground and will cause a whole bunch of new growth and roots growing on the ends of those shoots now, and will definitely encourage a spot to be filled up with delicious Marionberries. Pretty wicked how nature works.